Did it ever bother you, EJ, that when you looked at even now the pound for pound rankings, it would always have Bud Crawford like number one, Errol Spence 4, what have you. You're the unified champ. You got 3 of the belts. Even going into this fight, he's a slight favorite. Did any of that? Did it ever? When you hear that, did it ever motivate you or upset you at all?
Nah, I don't really pay too much attention to that type of stuff. I know after I win this fight, I'll be the best, fighter in the world, and I can see why, he is the favorite. Just common sense. I'm realistic. All the stuff that I've been through, just the stuff that people know about, I've been through. I will, pick him the favorite too. So stuff happened, and but I keep defying the odds. Everybody thought I was gonna be a shell of myself as I came back from the car crash, and I came back and been doing my thing ever since. The eye injury, came back and been doing myself ever since. So I keep defying the odds, so people can keep saying what they saying and keep talking negative, but they don't know. That's really just added motivation.
Yeah. Hey, listen, in this sport of boxing, you know this. Sometimes you got to go through some stuff, because that's what you rely on when you get in those hard times in a fight. And if you've never gone through something, that's when sometimes those hard fights become a loss for you.
Yeah, that's not only in the sport of boxing. That's life.
That's life. That is life, Errol Spence. You're right.
You gotta go through something.
You're right about that.
You're gonna be tried.
What's good, Just Do family? It's your boy KB, back to get boxing is Just Do. This your first time on the channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop new content. We on the road to 10K. Let's get it. So what we just heard right here, what I just played for y'all, was the audio of Errol Spence on the Last Stand podcast, or not even the Last Stand podcast, just the interview he did with Brian Custer. And I don't know, just a piece of an interview that he did with Brian Custer. And he said something very interesting. He just flat out admitted that Terrence Crawford is the favorite in the fight, and he should be the favorite. He said he's just being realistic, given the things that he's been through, the car accident that was supposed to end his career, the torn retina that could have also ended his career. He sounds like he completely understands why he's the underdog in this fight. And I thought that was very telling, very honest, very interesting for him to say that. And for me, I think this is just one more reason why his name is his name, the truth, and he continues to be exactly that. I don't think a lot of people would admit openly and honestly that another guy is the favorite in a fight the way he did. And I think because of it, maybe I'm just reaching. I think because of it, it's things like this, just being in touch, in tune with reality, which I feel like that's something that Errol Spence, that's a quality of his. He just very in tune with himself. He understands what he is and what he is not. And I think by him, admitting that Terrence Crawford is the favorite, like he said, he's just being realistic, given the things that he's been through in his career outside the ring. He shouldn't be the favorite, right? But key words, he said he keeps defying the odds. And if you know anything about betting, the odds slightly tip in Terrence Crawford's favor for him to win. Vegas got Terrence Crawford the favorite. And, I think he does continue to defy the odds. He did it, like I said, after the car crash. You know what I'm saying? He came right back fighting quality opposition. Torn retina, came right back fighting a world champion. I mean, I think the proof is in the pudding, and I think he continues to defy the odds. And I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. The thing that makes Errol Spence special is there are things that people are not taking into account simply because you can't measure them on paper. You get what I'm saying? Now, there's a number of different things you could look at on paper and say, oh, well, this may or may not be the reason Errol Spence wins this fight. But I think a fight of this magnitude, and more specifically when it pertains to Errol Spence, I think we're talking about a truly special fighter in a much different way. I think, the unexpected, car crash and the torn retina, things like that hasn't deterred this guy, hasn't slowed him down a bit. I mean, he continues to come back and be quality each and every time. He continues to defy the odds, as he stated in the audio clip. And I just think the things that make him great, and that's gonna, be the reason he win this fight, you can't measure on paper. Heart, will, determination, drive, his willingness to be successful and his unwillingness to be unsuccessful. Like, this guy is driven. I think he has a renewed sense of confidence ever since, the car crash in the retina. I think he understands he's on borrowed time, and because of it, he treats and approaches fights in his career a certain way because of it. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people would have been done had they went through what he went through. And, it's just good that he stayed the course and he didn't give up. And now he's in the biggest fight of his life, what he's always wanted, going into the biggest fight against Terrence Crawford, in an undisputed fight that I think is going to deliver. It's going to be one of the best fights of this year. You get what I'm saying? But I just thought what he said was interesting, and like I said, his honesty sets him apart from other fighters. If people just didn't get or understand where I was going with this, his honesty, it makes him great. And the fact that he's willing to admit a fighter being a favorite simply because of what he's been through, I just think that's having a real grip on reality. And again, I think the factors that are going to be the reason Errol Spence wins this fight are things that you can't measure on paper. And like I said, we're going to all find out soon enough come July 29th. That's my just do on it. That's my thoughts on it. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Did y'all find this to be shocking that Errol Spence admitted to Terrence Crawford being a favorite? Or is it just Errol being Errol, meaning just simply being the truth as his name would indicate? And as always, man, y'all get in the comment section and let me know if I gave boxing its just due, because that's what I do over here, Just Do Boxing. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.